What's good with you folks? This is Ray Davis coming to you with the truth. This is I Need a Mic podcast where I will be discussing mental health struggles I battle with just like you. Let's talk about it's a tagline I use. It's to say enough is enough. Give me my damn mic. I'm tired of the trauma I'm going through. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Or should I ask, how's your heart feeling? How's your heart feeling, folks? I know it's been a minute, but before I get started with this beautiful Saturday morning with the podcast episode, put a content warning on this. Content warning. If there's anything I had or have said in previous episodes that had offended you or anyone you had shared any episode with, I would like to apologize. I'd like to also remind you I'm not condoning what I said, but on my podcast. I'm real, I'm authentic, and I'm a warrior. Mental health will censor you. Mental illness will limit you. And mental emotions will, I'm sorry, and mental illness will limit you, and mental emotions will silence you. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I've been wanting to come on here and explain what has been going on as of lately. Um, it's not really to explain because it's really like, okay, yes, I would like to say what's been happening with me and the podcast and everything else. Um, I've been just still going through deep soul searching, and excuse me. And so, with that being said, I'm just taking one day at a time. I'm just really taking one day at a time. And so, just wanted to focus more on my mental health and everything else. Just allowing whatever positive emotional change that happening. And so, I've been really just relaxing, I've been just chilling. Um, really just taking one day at a time, just like just like what I said. But I am very happy to start doing this, to start to do more for the podcast or do more with the podcast. The podcast booth particularly. I had announced that I've been outside. Excuse me. I've announced that I've been outside and just been wanting to build a new sense of summer. One, I'm still on my grind. Like I said, I have the podcast booth, and so I'm still very much on my grind. And so I've been really wanting to just doing a lot of positive things. And so with that I've been wanting to build up and getting some more podcast with episodes. And it has been happening. It really has been happening. Um if you have followed I Need a Mic podcast on YouTube, or if you have followed Ray Davis, Ray Davis on YouTube, um, I want to tell you something. This is the first time I Need a Mic podcast is on YouTube live. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I cannot wait to say that when I post this up on when I share it on my stories. Yeah, we on live. We're on live, and this is live, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm live streaming, y'all. I'm live streaming, and so I do believe that while I'm live streaming, I'm also recording. So if you are not ever able to make it to the live stream, then at least you can still hear the recording for later on. But I'm having fun with this. So I will be doing other Anita Mike podcast interviews coming up soon. And I believe my next podcast interview, I'm gonna do it live. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited at this episode. This episode is basically my test dummy to see how it is. Excuse me. And I had checked on, I just clicked on the live stream tab that's on the recording. And y'all, yeah, this is live. So, can only hope that this will eventually get some views, get some followers as well too. You're hearing me live, authentically live. So everything what I'm saying, you're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, I heard it first." If you follow Ray Davis on YouTube, um, if you don't, then I believe the link is in my bio. Um, or you could just hit me up and be like, "Ray, what is your YouTube page?" I got you. So today's episode is titled Summer Lessons. Summer Lessons. And and I do have a poem with today's episode. We live, y'all. We live. Oh my gosh. I just can't stop saying it. But it's just very exciting. This is very exciting. But more things is going to be happening for I Need a Mic platform. I Need a Mic podcast booth. I can only hope for more. And it's like it's been a minute that I can say I hope. Like I literally feel it. I'm like, no, I feel like my hope is coming back. At one point in the beginning of my healing journey, I felt like I was giving up on hope. And there were a lot of emotional reasons behind it. And then I was like, let me get my emotional health situated. So the hard work doesn't stop for nobody, folks, as we know. We say it again for somebody in the back. The hard work does not stop for nobody. So the question of this episode is, was there even a summer season this year? That is an interesting question. Myself and some of you may or may not agree that this summer season felt different. The season felt like it came and left. School season has started for some people, or the school season has just ended for some people. However you may look at this summer, one thing is for sure. You have learned something. What you learned is your business, of course. It's your business, of course. My question to you is, what have you learned mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically? In this episode, I will be discussing what I've learned about my summer season and what I am hoping for. I'm not too sure if this will be a long or short episode, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Ray. I also have a new poem with this episode as well. So, oh man, this is so exciting. So, as we know, it's been a minute since I've jumped on the podcast episodes. What has been going on is I've been very busy with the podcast booth, as I have mentioned. Mentally, I've been focused on it and all of the possible interviews that have and haven't been happening. And that's because emotionally, I'm at a space where if it happens, it was meant. If it doesn't happen, respectfully, I'm moving on to the next episode. Basically, I want to give people an opportunity to promote their platforms for free. May I add, this is really for free. And I'm not interested in charging people when I know what it feels like to start a hustle, to start on the good grind. But I'm still here, willing to do something for the people of this community. It's crazy, right? Sometimes I've learned that community doesn't always show the unity, and I'm just being honest. Sometimes community doesn't always show the unity. That's kind of hurtful emotionally. Mentally, yeah, it's a downer. But I refuse to let things that things that I can detach myself from bring me down. And so I'm still looking for that sense of community. I'm still looking for new interactions. I'm still looking for new connections, new conversations, new growth, new lessons. Period. So let me start off with saying one of my summer lessons with the community. So of course the meeting of community, sorry. The meeting of community is a group of people living in the same space or having a particular characteristic in common. A feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. Hmm. Why did I want to start off talking about community? The real question is, has that been happening, right? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm gonna be for real. I mean, I say this podcast. I'm honest on here. I'm respectfully honest. If you don't like it, that is your choice. This podcast is for the people who do like it, the people who do agree, the people who is gonna be like, okay, Ray's on to something. If I'm wrong, tell me how am I wrong. Let's talk about it. But this is just how I feel. So we are people who are living in the same area. Yes. Are we people who have particular characteristics in common? Yes. Has there been some fellowship with others? Yes. Are there results that are common with attitudes? Yes. Are the interests matching my interests? Yes and no. Are there goals that have been presented? Hell yes. So what's the problem? The meeting of community needs to change. We're all out here hustling, trying to get away from who we were yesterday, who we were last year. People are in their right, in their right, trying to get away from, trying to figure it out really, trying to see where they can go, who they can talk to, who they need to see, what and where and what place is safe for me. That is important. That is important to be able to step into a place and read the room, you know, really just sit and look and, like read the vibes, who is doing what, where, and can I pull up with my table? Hey, I'm not going to say that is a bad goal. No, that's a good ass goal. Hard work doesn't stop for nobody. As a community, the hard work should be easier to deal with mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. And these moments of finding out individuals' true intentions, matter of fact, you learned it's okay to pull away from things that don't truly have the meaning of the the straight true meaning of community in mind. Having patience has been one of my struggles. When I'm excited, when I'm very excited and I'm physically excited, it's like my mind is like, okay, we want it now. We want it right now. We want it right now. No, I have my moments where it's like, okay, I'm telling myself to sit down and be humble. I'm telling myself, chill, chill. It's going to happen eventually. I just can't predict when. And having patience has learning to have more stronger patience, if anything, has helped me out with that. But I'm still very much struggling with it today. I am not the type of person who believes the old quote, good things come to those who wait. Yes, I am. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been waiting. I've been receiving and I've been accepting. Not in a way I've hoped. Right now it's difficult to really explain the reason why that is. I still have some issues with neglect and anger. Forgiveness, man, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's kind of hard for me to say forget, forgive, forgiveness, forgetfulness. It's like I feel like a different word should be replaced, but forgiveness is still very much the foundation of my healing journey. It is. Once I get in the mood to work on it, something comes up and I'm back at step one. So I have a smile on my face, yes, but deep down, I don't feel it. I don't. I'm trying to figure out why that is too. Um, I just can't explain it. But I definitely can get into the poem though. So I've been writing, I've been writing a lot. I've been writing a lot. And if you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram and on YouTube, then you know I've been posting up a poem every day or every other day. I just been I've been in my element. I I gotta be on that Clay Thompson. I'm just in my element right now, man. I'm in my element. I'm happy when I write, when I record the poem, when I post it up on TikTok or Instagram and YouTube. It's like that is my happy place. I'm not going writing poetry is my happy place. Reading poetry is definitely beyond my happy place, but writing it, man, that is my happy place. So this episode poem is titled That Electric Summer. That electric summer, the skies on fire, hearts lit up like a live wire, barefoot laughs on burning streets, sunset dreams in city heat. We rode the breeze in open cars, shooting wishes past the stars, stereo loud, no maps, no rules, gold lit lights and glowing pools. Flash of neon, beat of drums running wild where the wild wind comes. Moonlight dance on our skin like flame. Every breath, a brand new name. Time moves slow, but we move fast. Burn so bright, we made it last. And when I close my eyes, it's clear that summer still lives in my ear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, like I said, just been in my element. So, when do I allow myself to feel some sort of deep happiness? Like I said, when I write, when I'm outside taking a walk with the roommates, when I'm at the art walk up here in Vallejo, when I take a day and go to the farmer's market. It's crazy to say it all together when I physically allow myself to go outside and see about meeting some new people in the community. I can still acknowledge that I can still acknowledge the heart that I have. I just can't feel happiness right now. I really do need to. It's best for me to figure it out too. What I am working on is these podcast episodes, podcast interviews, podcast booth appearances, and streaming on I Need a Mic Gaming. I can say I am allowing myself to not feel some emotions, but being not even distracting me, but using my struggles towards my outlets, writing, streaming, um, doing this. I'm definitely gonna get back into the podcast episodes. It's gonna take some time. I'm still very much writing out episode titles. After summer lessons, I really only have 3 episode titles written down. And I would like to write out some more. So I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna be posting up episodes and posting up poetry and posting up flyers. And, this month I'm gonna be at the art walk. And so, so sometimes you have to keep yourself sane from going insane. And I use that towards my outlets. So this month, it's going to be pretty emotional. This month marked the anniversary that my sister had passed away from suicide. And I found out that this month, the end of the month, I believe it's August 30th or August 31st. I want to say August 30th, maybe the 31st. It's Grief Awareness Day. So something gonna be coming up around that time. So look out for that. That's gonna be interesting. For some reason I feel it. I feel like I don't want to say my grief is here. Like, oh my gosh, I'm grieving. No. Emotionally, I'm just I would say I'm trying to figure out how am my heart feeling. I can't answer you that right now. But I am asking myself that question. Because I would like to definitely write about it. Definitely write about it. Excuse me. But let's go ahead and close this out. I do have a closeout quote, so kind of figured this was going to be a long episode, but it was a good episode. Closeout quote. Don't know who said this, but whoever did, thank you. Sorry, that was a vibration. Yeah, sorry. All right, so closeout quote. When you are good to others, it reflects back to you. Maybe not at the exact same time, but at a time when you least suspect it. My phone. Okay. Kindness makes the world better and happier. Fill your heart with loving thoughts. Spread positivity whenever you can. You say I give somebody in the back. When you are good to others, it reflects back to you. Maybe not at the exact same time, but at a time when you least suspect. Kindness makes the world better and happier. Fill your heart with loving thoughts. Spread positivity whenever you can. I'm definitely going to be doing that. I felt that. That I felt. Oh my gosh, I felt that the second time. That's a beautiful quote. Beautiful quote. So, you have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing the mic to you. I hope my courage, will, and drive motivate you. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And if y'all have any kids, kiss them babies every day.